What is going on, guys? Handish here, and thanks a lot for dropping by to check out Atheon versus Crota. Now, of course, I cannot deliver any footage of what would be a very epic boss fight, but I did kind of want to ask you guys which raid you think is the better raid in Destiny. So, let's get into it. First of all, we have the Vault of Glass. On Venus, this is an absolutely massive space under Venus, and the scariest thing about this raid in general is that the Vec have kind of control over time and physics within the Vault of Glass. So everything they do, every boss fight, the Oracles, the Gorgons, Atheon himself, is all controlled by the fact that they can control physics within the Vault of Glass. They can change reality. Now that is why I really like the Vault of Glass, and it's what makes it truly terrifying. So that's a quick breakdown of the Vault of Glass. Then we've got the Temple of Crota, obviously leading up to the Crota boss fight right at the end. It is a pretty chunky space under the moon, including the Temple of Crota, which we can get into in patrol and missions. And then further down, we have the Abyss leading onto the bridge, and then the Death Singer, and finally Crota. It is a pretty cool layout, very kind of visually stunning as well. Some pretty scary kind of bosses down there too. Crota in particular happens to be kind of, for me, the coolest part about the raid in Crota in general. Is definitely killing the boss is what is absolutely, you know, the most awesome bit of it for me. So having kind of broken that down roughly, I want to say to you guys that I personally think the Vault of Glass is a better raid than Crota's End. I think it's kind of a lot more fun to play, a lot more technically challenging as well. Even though Vault of Glass is easy now and an easier level than Crota, it still feels that a lot more kind of things can go wrong. You know, in the boss fight when you're going through the portals and coming back, this kind of, it carries more risk. And as you go through each section of the Vault of Glass, you know, when you meet the Templar and then you meet the Gorgons and then the Gatekeeper and Atheon, it just feels that each stage of it is so much cooler to play than Crota's End. Crota's End, for me, I like the idea of the Abyss and the bridge as well. The concept of them is really cool, but the gameplay when you're in the Abyss, it feels that sometimes the hard factor, the difficult factor in Crota's End raid is more about frustration than actual complexity. That's just my feelings overall, but I do have to say that my absolute favourite part is smashing Crota's face with that giant fucking sword. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of let you know which raid I think is better, which one I prefer to actually play, despite the fact that the loot is very different, and depending on what loot you need, the Vault of Glass might be a little bit outdated for you now. But yeah, I just wanted this to be kind of a friendly discussion about what is your personal favourite. So drop me a comment down below, and consider dropping me a like and subscribing as well if you haven't already, for a lot of other Destiny content. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will catch you very soon. You take it easy, and peace out. Goodbye. We'll be right back.